Your Windows is a mess. You know it, I know it, and deep down even your device knows it. A clean Windows setup isn't this mysterious dark art only nerds understand. It's actually pretty simple. So I'm just gonna show you exactly what I do step by step so you can literally just copy me. Before we touch anything though, let me show you where we're going. This is the end result. Clean taskbar, a proper dark theme, and a launcher that actually makes you feel like you're living in 2026. Everything you're seeing right now, we're building all of it today. But first, fresh start. I'm creating a brand new local user called PixelChimu, so we're building this from the ground up. And this is what we're starting with. The classic just installed Windows experience. It works, boots, but just look at it. We can do so much better. Alright, here's the game plan. 5 things we're doing today. Make Windows use less resources, because right now Windows is running a bunch of stuff in the background that you never asked for and definitely don't need. Flow Launcher. Think Spotlight Search but for Windows, and honestly better. Windhawk, a mod tool that lets you get into parts of Windows that Microsoft really doesn't want you touching. FluentFlyout. This one's a vibe. It replaces that ugly volume pop-up with something that actually looks good. And 5, a wallpaper, because aesthetic matter, and I'm not the one making the rules. Every link is in the description, so you're not out here googling stuff on your own. Now, let's start with the easy stuff first. No third-party apps for this part. Just Windows, but make it make sense. So first, I'm hiding all the desktop icons. I know, controversial, but your desktop is not a storage unit. Right-click anywhere, go to View, and uncheck Show Desktop Icons. Done, and instantly cleaner. Now I'm going into personalization, and I'm setting the theme to dark. Obviously, I'm not going to explain this one. While I'm in here, there's an accent color option. You can pick a color that your UI highlights with. I'm not going to dwell on it, but it's there, you can play with it. Now the taskbar, this is where Windows gets a little opinionated. I'm opening taskbar settings and turning off task view. Gone. Widgets, absolutely gone. The resume button, I don't even know what that is. And the search bar. Flow Launcher is replacing that, so hiding it makes total sense. And look at that taskbar now. Clean and minimal. Designed by someone with actual taste. Okay, now we get into the real stuff. Making Windows use less resources. There's a developer named Chris Titus, absolute legend in the Windows world, and he has this tool called Ultimate Windows Utility. It's free, open source, and it does in 20 minutes what would otherwise take you a whole afternoon of Googling. So I'm on his website right now, link in the description, and I'm copying this PowerShell command. Opening PowerShell as administrator, that part matters, pasting it in and hitting enter. The app is open and it's got a lot going on. So let me walk you through what I'm actually using here. I'm clicking on the Tweaks tab. This is where it gets interesting. I'm checking disk cleanup, because obvious. Then disable hibernation. And let me explain this one quickly. Hibernation saves your whole system session to disk when your PC fully shuts down. Sounds useful, but it creates this massive file called Hyperfill that just sits on your drive doing nothing. If you're using sleep mode instead of a full shutdown, hibernation is completely pointless. So disable. Also checking this, because I do not need Candy Crush in my start menu. It's not 2015. Now in advanced tweaks, I'm removing Edge, OneDrive, Windows AI, and Xbox Gaming Overlay. If you use any of those, skip the relevant ones. No judgment here, I just don't need them. Oh, and I want to point something out. See that recommended section? If you don't want to do all this manually, just click one of the options. It picks the sensible defaults for you. I'm going manual because I like knowing what's happening, but that button is completely valid for you. Now, performance plans. I'm enabling this, and then I'm opening control panel. What it does is tells Windows to stop throttling your CPU in the name of saving power and just let the thing run. Battery takes a small hit on the laptops, fair warning, but your PC will feel noticeably faster. It's not magic, it's just Windows finally listening to what you're actually asking it to do. I'm running the tweaks now, a command prompt window pops up and it's doing its thing. And once this finishes, you should restart. One quick thing though before we leave this tool, the install tab. This is basically a package manager. I'm picking browsers, DevTools, games and utilities, and it installs everything in one click. And later, if anything needs updating, just hit Upgrade All Applications. Another one click. That's the Windows experience we deserved from day one. Now to download the third-party apps. Let's be quick. Flow Launcher. I'm on the website now and I can either grab the .exe or install it through a terminal command. Either works. For Windhawk, the same thing, downloading it straight from the site. For FluentFlyout though, this one has a catch. You can get it from the Microsoft Store, but the premium version, the one with the good features, costs $4. However, if I download it from the official GitHub repo, which is linked in the description, I get all the premium options for free and legally. The developer open sourced the whole thing. Absolute respect. Now to set up FluentFlyout, let's try to install it through something called the FluentFlyout Bash installer. Sounds official, but what is actually happening is not official at all. It's throwing security warnings at me, and now it's asking me to install certificates. Alright then, install them, and it's still not working. Alright, let's go back to the GitHub instructions to see if I'm actually missing something, and I do not find anything useful. Alright, at this point I've spent way more time on this than I should have, and my dignity is fully gone. But wait, what if I just go into the system files and manually install it from— oh my god, it works instantly. Of course it does. FluentFlyout is installed. Moving on. I'm opening the app now and enabling Taskbar Visualizer, a subtle audio visualizer that appears on your taskbar when music is playing. Then, Taskbar Widget. And let me actually play something so you can see what this does. Yeah, that right there is why FluentFlyout exists. That slick, blurred glass panel that pops up when I change volume or skip a track, that replaces the Windows default pop-up which genuinely looks like it was designed in 2012. I'm blurring the background, tweaking a few options, and enabling shuffle and repeat. And that's it. A small thing, but makes the whole setup feel premium. Real quick, I'm also disabling the new Windows 11 right-click menu. You know, the one you have to click show more options to get the actual menu. Drives me insane. Chris Titus's tool has a toggle for this. I'm enabling it right now. And it's not working for me. I have no idea why. If you know, drop it in the comments because I'm genuinely curious. But it's almost certainly a me problem. It should work fine on your end. Now to set up Flow Launcher. Quick explanation first. It's a keyboard launcher. I hit a keyboard key combination and a search bar appears in the middle of my screen. I can type anything. App names, files, math, web searches, unit conversions. It handles all of it way faster than the start menu. Once you use it, going back feels physically painful. I'm opening the settings now and let me walk you through what I'm changing. Start on system startup. Enable this because I want Flow Launcher ready the second my PC boots, not something I have to manually open. Hide icon from system tray. Yes, the tray is already cluttered enough. Search window position. This controls where the launcher appears on screen. I'm putting it in the center, but I can also punch in a custom X and Y coordinate if I want it somewhere specific. And if I'm on multiple monitors, there's a pre-monitor option too. Ignore hotkeys in full screen mode. This one's important, don't skip it. If I'm gaming or watching something full screen, I don't want Flow Launcher randomly appearing because I hit Alt plus space by accident. With this one, it stays completely silent in full screen. Always start searching in English. Enable this if you have more than one keyboard layout, so every time you don't have to switch before typing. Now, the plugin store. Flow Launcher has a whole ecosystem of plugins. Some highlights. Reddit browser. It browses Reddit right from the launcher. Notion search. Search your Notion workspace without opening a browser tab. And then there's an Ollama plugin for local AI. The ecosystem is genuinely impressive. I'm going into Appearance now. There's a theme gallery full of community themes. I have a few installed already. Let me quickly flip through them for you. And last query style. By default, it's on preserve last query, which means every time I open Flow Launcher, my previous search will still be sitting there. That's annoying. I'm switching it to empty last query, so every time I open it, it's a clean slate. Small change, but immediately makes it better. Alright, time for Windhawk, and this is where things get fun. Windhawk is a mod tool. It lets you install community-made mods that change parts of Windows you normally can't touch. The taskbar, notification center, start menu, stuff Microsoft locked down, but the community figured it out anyway. I have 6 mods running. Let me go through them one by one. Better file sizes in Explorer. By default, Windows shows file sizes in kilobytes, even when something is clearly several gigabytes. This mod makes Explorer show sizes in megabytes and gigabytes like a normal operating system. Look at these sizes. Now I'm twiggling the mod on, and there they are. Actual readable numbers, small things that should have been default. Dark mode context menus and Windows 11 custom title bar colors. Here's the situation. I'm in the dark mode, but some apps like Premiere Pro still have a white title bar and a white menu bar at the top. It looks terrible. So I'm enabling the custom title bar mod, and I can set the color manually to match my theme. Now the title bar is dark, but the context menu inside the app is still white. That's what the dark mode context menus mod fixes. I'm enabling it, and now the context menus are dark too. These two mods together make everything feel consistent, like someone actually designed it. Task volume control. This one does exactly what it sounds like. Just drag your mouse on your taskbar and scroll your wheel. It immediately changes volume. It's great for my lazy ass, and probably yours. Now this mod here lets you restyle the notification center, the panel that slides out from the bottom right. I'm showing a few different theme options right now. Some are subtle and some are wild. I'm going with something clean. Another mod, same idea but for the start menu. You can completely transform how it looks with different themes. I'll show a few options, pick whatever matches your vibe. And finally, the taskbar itself. This one has the most visual impact. Different themes change the shape, transparency, and layout of your taskbar. I'm showing a few now. There is dock-like style and a fully transparent one, and a few others. I'm going with the one that matches everything else I have set up. Now, here's a bonus for you. macOS cursor on Windows. Okay, this is just fun. I'm putting a macOS cursor on Windows. I'm on the GitHub repo, link in the description, downloading the source code, going into the files, picking the cursor style I want, and then right-clicking on the install.inf file and hitting install. And there it is, the Mac cursor on Windows, living its best life. Zero practical reason to do this, but it looks good, and that's enough. And last thing, I'm setting a wallpaper, and for this I always go to the same website. It's a 4K wallpaper site, link in the description, and the quality is genuinely excellent. I'm downloading one right now and set it as wallpaper, and there it is. There's the whole setup. A clean taskbar, dark everything, a launcher that actually works, volume pop-ups that don't like they were designed in 2009. Custom title bars, a notification center that looks intentional, and a back cursor, because why the fuck not? This is what Windows looks like when you actually set it up properly. All the links are in the description, every tool, mod, and repo, so you have no excuses. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, take care, stay hydrated, and bye bye.